Welcome to a special trade episode of Ankle Sore. While you're watching this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Also comment down below. As always, we would love to hear your thoughts on our thoughts. You also may have noticed now we have a thanks button under the videos now. So if you would like to continue to support our channel, we would really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get into it. We're 3 days into trade. Free agencies began running from Friday, October 13. Trade period kicked off Monday, October 9. Concludes at 7:30 on Wednesday, October the 18th.
Not long to go.
And here's a list of the trade. We'll go through the list of the trades and free agency deals so far this summer, including what compensation teams losing or what teams are losing free agents will receive from the AFL. If that makes
absolutely
any sense. So the first one that was made was James Jordan. He joined Sydney as an unrestricted free agent.
Next.
Melbourne. And Melbourne received an end of second round pick as compensation. End of second round for James Jordan.
Good get.
Yeah, it's not a bad get.
Didn't pay much for it. Good get.
Handy,
he's all right.
handy player.
Yeah, he's all right.
He'll go okay at Sydney, like typical Sydney.
Yeah,
pushes
when
out
they go
players.
interstate and someone has to serve the plates for breakfast, and that'd be good. It'd be great.
Hey, remember Callum Mills is out for half the season, so he pretty much takes his
Yeah.
spot.
Well, that's
Him and Taylor Adams.
there'd be a lot of aiming through trade week for Sydney about based around
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
because it's a big loss. You got to replace 3 players for 1,
Well, at
Plus you'll lose the
least
captaincy.
2 good.
and you lose the captaincy. Well, he might not have lost that.
Might
yet.
not, but I reckon he will. Anyway.
The second transaction was Matt Flynn, who joined West Coast as an unrestricted free agent, leaving GWS, who receive also an end of second round pick as compensation.
I'm staggered about that.
You
Second
are,
round
but
pick, he doesn't even play. Matt Flynn.
When was the last time he played?
well, Briggs is now ahead of him.
Yeah, I know. But
Ahead of him.
So
why are you
Miles-
giving GWS a second round compensation?
well, you got to give him something. You can't just
Fourth round, mate.
Fourth round?
He doesn't even
Third
play.
round, maybe.
Not second
It
round.
is
I'm staggered.
expensive.
I'm staggered.
It is expensive.
I'm
They
staggered.
must trade him.
well,
No,
I've
but it
never
doesn't
seen
matter.
it.
Rating.
Or they're desperate.
Yeah, but it's not West Coast giving them the thing. The AFL gives them the
That's
compensation.
the AFL
It's got nothing to do with West
compensation.
Coast.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know why he's getting the second rounder. But anyway.
Joel Hamling joins Sydney from Fremantle as also an unrestricted free agent. I forgot he was even in the competition
Yeah,
still.
4 games.
But like I
in
said, mate, I've said this before, he's a premiership. I know it was a long time ago now.
7 years ago.
1974.
No, he's played 6 games in 4 years. Fact.
So he's,
Yeah, there
he's
you go.
injury prone, but as a footballer, let's be honest, he's not bad.
He's broke. Yeah, he's not bad. He's
Okay.
he's a good defender.
That's what I mean. I know he's broken.
How-
I get all that. Yeah,
We're
no,
going to see him
Yeah,
again.
but they've had a free shot, unrestricted free agent, cost them
it's a
nothing.
free shot,
It's
yeah.
a free shot.
What's
right?
what I got to lose, mate? If he falls over again, that's the end of his career,
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
it.
and it shores up their defence,
And
doesn't
it could be he could be on base payments, and if you play, you get payments.
Yeah.
So it might be a good deal for Sydney.
Yeah, true.
And they've got a silly knack of turning these
They do.
nothings into.
It's not about turning him into something. It's just his injury, his body.
Yeah,
mate.
but they
Yeah.
might just manage him better. Who knows? you know?
maybe.
Tom Doherty joins Brisbane from Adelaide to receive an end of first round pick as compensation after Adelaide elected not to match the offer.
Bloody good get.
So it won't be pick 19, but
That's a good get, mate.
Do you reckon?
he's not ready till midway through the year.
Mid-year.
though.
No, I get all
He's
that.
no,
I know
yeah.
that. But
He'll slot in
going
mid-year.
down, the track, mate.
Good for Brisbane. Not
Well,
much
he's
of a
only
loss for
23,
Adelaide.
24.
No, he's
About
27.
mid 26, yeah,
Yeah, 27.
And he'll shore up that defence.
Yeah,
with
he'll-
Mate, he's
Wayne
still got 4 or
Gardner.
5 years of decent footy
and
in him.
Andrews.
Let's be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mate.
And we did say that's probably the reason why Brisbane fell over in those latter stages of the grand final.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah,
Potentially.
probably. But wait, you're saying it's not a good get? Or,
It's a great get.
No, no, it's
Oh,
a
I
good
thought
get.
why you were getting at
No, I
it.
said it's another big loss for Adelaide.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I think
He
the
didn't
Brisbane
play.
Review.
He didn't play most of the season, and they played pretty well. Adelaide. Like,
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
I still
okay.
think if
All
he's
these-
up and about fit, mate, he's a bloody good player.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they've-
he is.
I'm sure they've got plans. Like they might get another defender, the guy from Essendon, Zerk Thatcher. They might be after him.
What's happening? Oh, that's another
Yeah,
story.
that's another story.
Western Bulldogs traded two 2023 first round picks, which are 10 and 17, to the Gold Coast in exchange for a first round pick, which is number 4. So, in essence,
That's messy.
I
That's
know.
good.
And then, so in essence, 46 and 51 go back to the Gold Coast and a future third.
No problem.
So Bulldogs basically
For a pick 4, I'd do that.
have
That's a
taken
good, that's a
pick
good
4
deal.
from the Gold Coast.
And the Gold Coast need the points for their 3
academy
players.
kids.
So that's a win-win for both.
It is
let's be
messy.
honest.
It's confusing, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah.
Jeez.
Fremantle trades one 2023 second round pick, which is currently pick 23, to Port in exchange for a future first round pick. There's not much there to. That's just a,
No, I don't know.
a trade.
You don't know. You don't know what's going
A trade of picks.
What's going to eventuate? You don't know.
This is an interesting one. Todd Goldstein joins Essendon from North Melbourne as an unrestricted free agent.
Interesting.
Thoughts?
He served North well.
Absolutely.
I served well. North
350 games, wasn't he? Over?
Yep.
No, just under, I think.
Did he play 350?
Yeah, he did actually.
He did, yeah.
Because we were talking about, geez, it'd be good to interview a 350 gamer.
Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, I've got a feeling North probably were happy for him to move on. I mean, he couldn't get a game.
I know, but what's
early in the year. I
daggers-
reckon Clarkson might have stamped his
Stamped his
papers early and said, "Look, no
he
matter
did.
what happens,
So when's he stamping? When's he stamping Tristan Sherry's
Yeah,
papers?
maybe next year.
could be
but-
next year."
But he's not 35.
But I reckon he
Tristan
would have
Sherry.
said to him, possibly, "This is it for you. No matter what you do, you got to be looking for a new home next year, possibly."
Yeah.
So Tristan Sherry and, dare I say it, Coleman Jones is ahead of Goldstein at 35.
That's their ruck stocks at the moment.
They're not,
Correct.
They're not ahead of him. They're
What
building.
do you think?
Oh, he'd want to recruit Gary Dempsey in the
Gary Dempsey, he's 70, isn't
I
he?
don't care.
What do you think about Goldstein one more year?
Yeah, I would have definitely given him a contract.
I would have.
You got to, mate.
Oh, I didn't think his
Still
season
handy.
was that bad.
No, he was okay. He wasn't the Goldie that we know because he was outstanding, but he was okay. And there was games where I'm like, all right, he's had enough. But he's 35, mate, and he's not 28 anymore. But if we had Ruckman, you go, oh yeah, mate, this bloke's the future. But we've got no Ruckman.
Has Sean Darcy signed yet?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, he has.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, no one's heard. Like, it hasn't been reported.
Well, he's not in the trade talk.
That's what I'm. Yeah, but he's unrestricted, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Like,
I thought his name would have popped up by now if it was.
yeah, it
Well,
could be a late one.
okay. Now, if if North happened to snaffle him, you want to use the word.
That's a different story.
Correct. But you're telling me you're banking on Tristan Sherry and Coleman Jones, please.
Maybe they've got something else cooking.
And if again, I'm not going to say too much until it's closed off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay.
The 8th transaction, which was not yesterday, day before, wasn't it? Ben Mackay. He joined Essendon as a restricted free agent, with North Melbourne receiving an early first-round pick compensation after electing not to match the offer. So North received from the AFL
Pick
pick 3.
Beautiful.
See you later, plastic man. As soon as he falls over, plastic broken.
Never played against his brother. In 8 years,
Right.
he's never played against Harry Mackay.
You know what? I don't care. You go, oh, he hasn't played in winning. What about blokes that have played for seasons upon seasons and not win games? So if he's left because of that, he's a sook. One.
Well, I think he was always going, and I think he wanted to play in it.
But North could have matched the offer. He was.
Do you know he's played in 71 games in 6 years?
But apparently he
They
didn't.
played 9 wins.
Oh,
And,
so
and
that
no
was,
Brownlow votes.
no worries, Ben. No, let me finish. No worries, Ben. You go. After North looked after him, the bloke used to fall over every 2 weeks. I can't move my shoulder.
Yeah, there's a long period where he didn't play.
Right. So North looked after him, still gave him a contract, still kept him on the list. They could have easily said, you know what, mate, that's enough. See you later. But no, they kept him. But now, oh, no. They're North, they're a long way out, whatever. I'll go to Essendon and see if we can, improve and maybe make finals. With a chance they could play finals. That's fine. But that's how you give back to a club that looked after you when you were a nothing.
Okay.
An absolute nothing goof he was. Do you agree he was a goof at one
He was
stage?
playing Werribee VFL development level
Right.
football.
There you go.
That's reserves.
This is coming from someone who's actually worked there.
That's reserves football.
No worries, Ben. See you later. So when that fails
All
too,
right.
you'll go somewhere else trying to win games.
No, he can't. He's done.
Okay, so you're happy he's gone.
Pay off.
So
you
you'll
got
take
pick
pick 3.
Absolutely. No, wrapped.
So it's a win-win then.
Could you imagine if
Wrapped.
he's not worth pick 3 in the real world?
No, he's
No
not.
chance.
So that's
Because
what I mean.
ultimately
So
he's pick 3 because there's been a lot of confusion.
compensation. and-
About the money side.
Yeah,
of it.
people don't understand that, or people do, but it depends on what Essendon's willing, or what the team's willing to pay is where
Yeah.
you land in the compensation deal.
So what do we-
part of the secret ingredients?
part of it, and also where North has been the last couple of years, that health
That too.
that equals number 3.
What's his contract? Does anyone know about?
It's about 780 for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, which puts you in the top 5 paid
So they're
players.
giving him $4 million to play there.
It's a bargain, mate.
So it puts him in the top 4 players at
That's
Essendon
okay.
or the club you're going to, which makes you a band 1. There's band 1, band 2, band 3. And the band 1
about bandwagon?
puts you in a single digit.
That's meant to happen now. This is a contentious thing about the pick 3.
A lazy footballer.
So this is meant. This is meant to happen this year, right? So he should be in band 2 because the payments are going up.
That's right.
So that's 780s, in effect 900, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yep.
So somehow, and look, I guess the AFL's
happening.
just helping North. That's it.
You were saying that, though, what would North, North could match it. What would North match it when he's basically telling him in the way he's performed?
No, he's requested a trade.
Right. So why would North even bother matching it? Let's be honest, Ange.
Because,
Not an 800K for him.
well, you got to pay someone. That's
No
the
way.
problem.
No, I wouldn't be paying him.
Anyway,
Not a bloke that doesn't want to be there.
all right, enough
James
more.
Harms was traded from Melbourne to Western Bulldogs in exchange for a future third round. That's pretty cheap.
That's a bargain. That's a
Good,
bargain.
mate.
Is he
Footballer.
a similar footballer to what Lockie Hunter was at the Bulldogs 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So they got rid of him and they've basically brought in a similar type player.
Bigger,
He's a bit more bigger bodied, and I think he's a bit better in the contest.
Yeah, he is a bit stronger.
Yeah, harder in the
Yeah,
contest.
that's
Yeah,
what I mean.
He's bigger. He's
Able to hold
He
himself
could
in the contest a bit
probably
better.
go through the midfield.
Yeah, absolutely. But I guess they lost Lockie Hunter for off-field reasons too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just
Yeah.
his football ability. So
And he probably
got him out
releases your mate McRae out of the midfield.
I reckon he's in a bit of strife. Jack
Well,
McRae.
he's
I
been
don't know.
playing a bit off half-back, so maybe
It's a good get, mate. I'll tell you that.
it's a handy get.
is, it
Very
is.
good get.
It's a handy get. Dylan Stevens and pick 25 was traded from Sydney to North Melbourne in exchange for the end of a future first-round pick and pick 44.
Bargain.
Now, that is North's first assistance
Next
pick
year,
that
yeah.
they've offloaded.
This morning I was doing this. Eat my breakfast. What popped up out of my cornflakes packet? You know those plastic things when you were a kid? Dylan Stevens.
Never heard of
Who's
him?
this bloke? I know exactly who he is. Are you serious, North?
40 games of footy.
I don't care if he's played 400.
So not a good get.
No.
You don't care if he's played 400?
Seriously, North?
35.
You're trying to
What?
improve, you're getting these nothing. Sydney would have gone, bye-bye.
Nothing. She's not enough.
Oh, he's just...
You will be eating your words.
Yeah, I'll rewind it. He's just a nothing. A zero, nothing. He's not going to improve. You know, when we talk about blokes not improving, North, we're talking about coffee. He's not going to... What's he going to do?
He'll be okay.
He'll be okay.
He'll be okay.
Playing VFL 11 o'clock?
No, he'll play.
He won't play.
He'll play
VFL.
every week.
Every week.
Oh,
Andrew?
Mark, yeah, he'll
you're
play
right.
every week.
You're right. I apologise. Last, no doubt. I won't say the word.
I
'cause
told you,
can't.
it doesn't
I
matter
can't,
if Dylan Stevens plays 400 games.
I can't say what I want to say on here because I'll tell you.
He'll play every game.
Yeah, he
And,
must.
and you'll see, they do rate him. He was pick 5. So he
You'll
had
see
some
the
sort
growth.
of
He couldn't get a
talent
game
and
at
ability.
Sydney.
He couldn't get a game ahead of
Played in the grand final
Start
last year,
going.
play finals this year.
Heaney, Parker,
Goulden.
Warner, Goulden.
You know,
Yeah,
granted,
he was
you're talking
seventh
He's
about-
not
in
going to get a
line.
game.
You're talking about guns.
Yeah, he was 7th in line.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
So watch this space.
So,
What's
so
his
Greenwood's
space?
going
they
to
only
get a game
gave up
before
pick
him?
44
Oh, yeah, I have
for him.
Greenwood before him.
No, you're wrong. You're
I'd have
right.
Greenwood
So
before him,
wrong.
Ange.
Oh, dear.
Are you serious?
Greenwood's got
North
no-
will be relegated to
he's a
VFL if Greenwood
Greenwood's a
plays.
trouble. Yeah, baby.
Wait till you see Stevens.
But you know what?
He's
Greenwood.
quick,
Greenwood.
got
At,
speed, he's good
at
at
least
the footy.
Greenwood will say, "I'm wearing the blue and white. I'll have a crack."
He chose North, Dylan Stevens.
Did he?
Yeah.
You know
He
why he chose? I'll
nominated
tell you what.
North
I tell you
to
why he
get a
chose
game.
North. Yeah. One, you'll get a game because I'll get a game and you'll get a game and you'll get a game. And two, because no one else friggin' wanted him. Anyone else wanted him?
Not that I know of.
Exactly. West Coast gone.
There's a
Dylan,
fair bit of pressure here.
Dylan Stevens. Who's that? Fremantle. Who's Dylan Stevens? Please.
Should we put in
Please.
the North Club song?
No North Club
turned
song,
into
mate.
North Club
Nah,
North's
that's-
been heavily involved.
That's
I mean,
true,
they got
that's true.
5 of the top 20 picks.
one of the
That's true.
one of the most disastrous pickups in years.
Well, it just goes to show how poor North's been then.
Thank you.
If they've got 5 of the top 20 picks and they're picking blokes up like Dylan Stevens.
Thank you.
If you think he's as bad as...
Oh, he's a
I don't
goof.
think he's that bad.
He's a goof.
Stay tuned in about 100 episodes time this time next year.
No worries.
So Melbourne, this is an interesting one. Melbourne has traded out picks 14, 27 and 35 to the Gold Coast in exchange for pick 11. Again, Gold Coast moving on early picks to gain points
To get all their
their
That's all
academy
that's about. They
players.
don't really care about anything else but getting those
They
points.
don't. And these academy players, we've discussed a good quality.
Didn't you say there was a gun defender in there?
Yeah, Jed Walter, if he wasn't tied to the Suns Academy,
He'd be
would
number one
probably
pick, you
be 1
reckon?
or 2.
Oh, right before.
Yeah,
Okay.
gun.
Excuse
Best
me.
defender in the draft pool
Okay.
by a mile. It wouldn't surprise me if West Coast won't with pick 1, but if North maybe have a crack and have a bid at him,
Okay.
which means Gold Coast will
It
get...
means nothing.
means nothing.
waste- yeah,
I don't know
waste of time.
why, but it
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me if
Before.
if that would
Concentrate
happen.
on who you want to
Yeah,
get. That you're going to
exactly, yeah.
get.
That's right.
Don't worry about these blokes. You're not going to get him.
Yeah, that's right. That's
It's
right.
funny. I'm waiting for someone to do that, and the other club doesn't pick him up and go, all right, you can have him then.
Yeah, it's never happened.
It's never happened.
It won't happen.
And it's very rare that, but anyway.
But also, it is important because Jed Walter, same as Jamara Ugle-Hagan when he was nominated.
Yeah.
His portfolio through the NAB, when you
Oh,
get
yeah,
drafted,
it's extra
becomes
money, yeah.
a 50,000 or
Yeah.
70,000
Yeah, fair
portfolio
enough,
for the
first
draft
pick, yeah.
versus getting picked at 44 when
Yeah.
you're not
So,
getting
so
anything.
do you take the money away from the kid? Like it's
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
fair enough.
Brodie Grundy was traded from Melbourne to Sydney in exchange for steak knives. Is that what it pretty much was?
Well,
46 in the future second
46 in
Bargain.
future
Bargain.
second
and
rounder.
that's my point.
So you're saying North should have done that?
My oath.
North had picked 44 and they used it with Stevens.
Dumb.
They should have used gold.
Dumb.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't want to go to North.
Oh, that I don't know. But if they didn't,
obviously.
they didn't, obviously didn't even, you would have heard about it if they had.
You
a
don't
crack at
know
him.
if they had conversations. You just don't know.
Well, they would have said he's chosen whoever over North. I'm saying they always say it. They probably didn't even have a crack at him. Are they all right?
No, they probably did ask.
Are they all right? They've got no ruck. And they've
So it is North Club Corner.
No, and they've picked
going
up.
up.
They've picked up a bloke.
I've gone from
No,
Grundy, Sydney, Melbourne.
No, they've picked up a bloke that I found in my Sultana brand yesterday. Give me a break, North. Go to Hull.
Taylor Adams, the 13th transaction. He went to Sydney for pick 33 to Collingwood.
That's fair.
And it's come out today, this is not my rumor, it's just come out today through the
Yeah.
media, that he was right to go grand final day.
Stiff
He
not to
passed
get
fitness
picked.
test.
For me.
So
Been
was
there,
he
been there all
sucking it
the
up?
way.
Absolutely, he sucked it up.
He sucked it up?
Yeah. Well, if you're asking to leave, yeah.
Put yourselves in his position, though, and just make
Yeah,
a
I
point.
know. I know.
I'd be sucking it up. I can tell you now.
Maybe.
Would
But
you
if
suck it
you're,
up?
because he got injured in the qualifying final,
He got
is that
injured
right?
during
Oh,
training of
yeah.
that week, right? So they had the week off and he got injured
Yeah.
that week, right? So as a coach, do we take a chance? Even though he's fit, but he's just coming
No.
back, hamstring 30
No,
years
you
old.
don't.
Yeah, but he hasn't missed a lot. It's not like he's missed 10 games. You bring him back a
but
bunch.
you take a chance.
And
This
then
is grand
also,
final day.
Collingwood's beaten Melbourne in the meantime, and they're setting up to play GWS in the lead up of the GWS game, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't play in that one.
And they probably were structured well
Structured,
enough,
yeah.
and they've won. And you go, well, we're not bringing you in grand final. We're
Well,
not going to change.
so if Brisbane kick a goal, Lockie Neal gets a free kick, they go up, kick a goal, you'd be sitting here and going, oh, Frampton was the wrong choice. I should have
Maybe.
played Taylor
Yeah.
Adams because he would have got 25,
Yeah.
30 touches and maybe kicked the goal
Yeah, and
or
that's-
created a couple
yeah, and
for the
that's
others.
the fine line. That's the fine
I
line.
think he was stiff, but
Yeah, but at the same time,
I would have played him if now knowing that news.
it's a big
I would have
call.
paid him. 100% I would have
Because
played him.
Frampton was a big in to play on Harris Andrews. So
Yeah,
it's
he
kind of,
was a forward tagger.
yeah,
Like, he was a forward
and
grinder.
obviously that was in their plans. So if it wasn't him, maybe someone else misses out. But they probably thought we've got enough of the Taylor Adams types.
And I guess Adams
know.
goes back to Sydney. You know, he spent his first 10 years there with GWS,
Yeah.
so he's
Probably likes the
familiar with the surrounds
surroundings.
of
I
Sydney,
agree.
I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
North Melbourne.
Again,
So Zach Fisher and pick 17 went to North Melbourne. North Melbourne gave up 21 and 25 to Carlton. I think it's an...
I'm staggered.
Are you really?
I'm staggered
From a Carlton point of
Yeah,
view?
that Carlton are letting him go, and yet not one player in yet. So I've already lost one.
You're
You've
also-
got, you've
Who
got
have
to
they
make
lost? Who
yourself
have they
better.
lost so far?
Dow.
Him.
Oh,
just
sorry.
him.
No, not Dow.
And possibly Paddy Dow.
But Dow and the other one, who's Dow and
Zach Fisher.
Fisher.
Isn't there another Carlton? Nah. I'm serious.
But anyway, but
I'd be more interested as who come up. They've given up 17 as well.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
They've
staggered.
given up 17 and Fisher.
Look, I know that next year they're trying to accumulate picks for the Camporelli brothers.
The twins,
Because
yep.
they're meant to be top 10
Yep, the
players.
twins.
So maybe they're looking forward to that
Well, that's
with picks
that's
and stuff.
reasonable.
You know,
yeah.
But geez, it's
think
a
it's
long
a bit
way
rich.
off. Yeah, it's a yeah.
That's-
North's done well.
Thank you. That's what I said they've done well. Absolutely. Zach Fisher, good No, don't look at me like that. Zach Fisher, good footballer, got pick 17 and gave them 21 and
He's
25.
not
I don't
that
know
much
if you're
better
serious.
than Dylan Stevens. I'll be honest with
Oh
you.
no.
Don't be a silly
I think
boy.
he's better than Dylan.
He's
No,
way
he's
better.
not much. That
No,
much better than
no,
This is
no.
a bloke that played
Nah, he can play, mate.
12 games for Carlton last year.
Yeah.
And I
He
thought
can
he was
play.
in Carlton's best.
He can
was.
play.
He
Early
was
in the
good.
year.
Yeah, no, he can play, mate. That other bloke I told you, mate.
It gives North
Cereal box
It
stuff.
gives North speed. It gives them, the old-fashioned wingman. I hope they don't play him off half-back.
Oh, I think they will.
You
I
reckon
think,
they
yeah,
will?
I think
Okay,
they
That's
will.
fine. If they do, then Luke McDonald's
Let me
gone.
tell you something. If Dylan Stevens has a ripping season and he's a gun, I'll go to training and apologise to him. No
We're going
problem.
to film that. We're going to film
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I'll apologise. I'll find out, Dylan. I'll apologise. Please.
Okay, if you don't know who Dylan Stevens is, who's Chris Burgess?
Ray Burgess' son.
Baby
Chris
John
Burgess went to Adelaide and picked 14. You would think this bloke was pick 14. So Gold Coast, Obviously, we know why, because it's Gold Coast. They're offloading.
That's
pick
what I mean. It's got
14.
nothing to do with Chris Burgess. in
That's
the end.
right.
No,
It
that's
hasn't.
pick 14. They need
And
the points.
they've received 23 and 26 in return.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you're right. It's about Gold Coast.
It's not about who they got.
Oh, dear.
North Melbourne received a Gold Coast pick. That was pick 18. Gold Coast received North's future end of first round. So that's the second assistance
Second
pick.
assistance
Right.
pick for
So
next year.
now, so that means now North Melbourne have given up both of their assistance picks for
which they
next
had to
year,
do,
which
they
they
had
had to
to
do.
do.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
So
They
they've
could do
traded
something.
one for a first round pick and the other one for a pick 21, which
Yep.
they'll probably.
Yep.
So it's not the North show, but that's just the way it is.
It is.
Yeah,
but
because
anyway.
we're in a fair bit of it.
So there was no trades today.
Nothing
at
yet.
the moment. In the mix, Lockie Schultz has nominated Collingwood from Fremantle.
Geez,
That's a great
that's a
get
great
if they get him,
if they
mate.
yeah.
I've thought about it.
What?
Yeah, great get.
I think.
Well, you said no, didn't you?
Yeah. But initially, I thought, why would he be going to Collingwood? But
Good get,
it's a
mate.
good get.
Great get.
Mate,
He's a
he's
good
a
small
great
forward,
get.
mate. He's dangerous. He's
a great
dangerous. Dangerous. Very good
So
player.
he'll play. He'll push Elliot out.
No, I don't think he'll push him out. They'll both play.
Touch and go. Like,
No, Elliot will play. They'll both play, and mate, that forward line all of a
he'll-
sudden.
so Ginnivan's gone then.
Ginnivan
Maybe he
will
won't be.
probably struggle.
So that's where
That's where they sit. No, it's not North Club corner.
So that's where teams like Hawthorn, who are desperate
yes,
as well,
yeah, there's one.
should be making the call on Ginnivan.
there's actually talk in the last couple of hours. I've heard that Ginnivan is a big chance to go to Hawthorn.
There you go.
Which for Collingwood, geez, I'd get rid of a 31-year-old Jamie Elliott before 21-year-old Jack Ginnivan.
That's true.
I'm just
I'll agree with
you
that.
know, I
to be
mean,
honest,
Yeah,
You're getting Lockie Schultz in,
Yeah,
so
I
he can
know.
take the Jamie Elliott role, and you still keep Ginnivan. I'd be doing that.
I don't know if Schultz can take. Because just remember this, mate. I don't know if people. Jamie Elliott can take the big mark.
Yeah, once every 6
Schultz
weeks.
can't
Yeah,
do
but
it.
the problem is with draft, and I'll talk about it in a minute, is the overvaluing of players.
Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Draft
But
Bad.
Lockie Schultz is a good picker.
And so Xavier Dersma and Jay Gresham nominated Essendon.
Yep.
That hasn't gone through yet.
No, they'll definitely get Jade Gresham because he's unrestricted free agent. St Kilda.
Dersma won't be that easy to get.
I don't
They've
think
offered
so.
4 years with
For who?
Gresham,
That's fine. You've got to
with a back-ended 5.
you've got to give him something, I suppose.
And this is what we'll get at. Actually, might as well throw it in now while we're talking about Asava Radaglia, who nominated Port Adelaide, and Geelong are playing hardball. The pick was pick
Why?
24.
And
And they said no.
Brad, they're not playing him.
yeah, I
He
know.
played 4
What-
games last year.
I know.
What?
So
Why
what-
are you holding on to him?
So Geelong have said
let
no.
him go, and it was pick 24.
That's reasonable.
I'd be taking that and running if I was Geelong.
And this is what annoys me.
So hang on. So what they've said no.
Yeah, they knocked it back at the moment.
It's great.
Incredible.
So they're not gonna sign Tom Hawkins, and
Yeah,
they're gonna
exactly.
keep
But
Radaglia in the seconds.
Asava Radaglia is not Glenn Jakovic.
No. I'm
That's
just
right.
saying, I'm
That's
just
right.
saying. I'd be
Correct.
playing him. I think he's got value. He's a
He's
decent
got value,
player.
but this reputation value.
No.
Reputation value in trade week is ridiculous.
Yeah, but again-
Asava Radaglia for pick 24?
No.
You are mad if you don't take
Yeah,
that.
I agree. But there's 2 clubs that are notorious, Essendon and Geelong, of rating their players as all Australians when they're
Agree.
when
Yeah.
they're not even in the best and fairest in the
Yeah,
true
agree.
VFL.
But a lot, look at Marble.
Marble.
Choi. What's his name?
Marbiol Choi.
Marbiol Choi.
Marble floors.
Chol.
He got
Chol.
4 years.
Yeah, but he was unrestricted.
What did he
free
do?
agent.
No, but again, reputation value. He ain't,
Yeah, but that's
I'll
a
go
money
through
thing.
some
But
players.
Where is Chol Hawthorn?
Radaglia, we talk, Tom Petty.
It's Gold Coast, mate.
Marble Chol, wasn't he leaving?
Yeah, he hasn't left yet.
No, but he was
Hawthorn, isn't it?
Hawthorn
Yeah.
have offered him 4 years.
Okay, well,
That's what I mean.
they've had to trade
You
for
know,
him anyway.
Zerk Thatcher, another bloke, struggled.
Yeah.
Struggled off halfback for Essendon.
Yeah.
And Essendon's playing hardball. Mate, he's not worth that much.
Don't know why.
Oh, they're trying to because they're playing games.
Well, it's silly.
Kaziski's another one that went from, he was
Richmond.
going to get
Who's
delisted.
From Hawthorn to
Justin
Richmond.
Hawthorn.
Justin Kaczynski.
That's
Yeah.
it.
He's
Justin.
coming back.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Who are you talking about?
The Hawthorn Kaczynski.
Yeah, what's
gone to
what's he
Richmond.
Go on to Richmond.
You reckon Dylan Stevens is going to serve
That's what I
the
mean. Like,
breakfast?
the reputation value.
But he'll
in
play in
trade
their
week
four
is
line because they've got
mad.
nothing.
Who, Richmond?
Richmond think
He
he's
won't get a game for them.
Of course he will.
Exactly.
Of course
He's
he will.
horrendous.
Angelo, are you serious? You won't get a game.
No, he won't. Not with Tom
Have a look.
Lynch back.
Have a look at.
He was-
Yeah, that's all they've got. No Rewald.
He was getting
Okay.
dropped at Hawthorn.
Yeah, he's hopeless.
I know, but like you say, go to another club. Things change.
Yeah, but he's no
I
good.
get that. I get that.
But he's
But
not
why
good.
is Hawthorn rating Richmond's rating him so highly this week?
Oh, I don't know.
Every club puts
Yeah.
this massive value
Yeah, of
on.
course they do.
They've got
on
no
players
forward
that
line,
wanna-
Richmond, mate.
Although
They'll
Lynch
build it.
does come back.
All right, is he going? One is he going to be the same? But remember, he's getting on a bit, Lynch.
He
and
does.
and he's just a big foot marking forward. But you need goal kickers as
yeah,
well.
I know.
He's not a goal
But
kicker. He won't kick your goals.
He's a third forward.
Yeah,
Third
he's a
forward, he
forward.
kicks
But anyway,
you
we're
one
talking
every
about
6 weeks.
a very low-end
Yeah.
player. And it's on the back of even last year, like Jack Bowes. How was his value?
Yeah, but he had the number 7 pick
Number
attached
7
to him.
pick.
That's why.
It's attached to him. It's just mad. You know, Hopper again.
He's a
Richmond
good
as well.
speaker, Bose.
The speaker. And Paddy Dow, is it Paddy Dow and Liam Henry obviously nominating St Kilda? And they're just some of the noted names, you know, requesting new
Some
homes.
decent players there. Like, I'm surprised, again, Carlton,
Well,
Paddy
look,
Dow.
there's still a week to go.
Yeah.
Why would you let? I don't care what you think of Paddy. Why would you let Paddy Dow go there?
Paddy Dow was in Carlton's
Very
best
good.
22
It's not a matter of letting him go. You can let him and Zach Fisher go, but what do you replace them with? There's nothing. There's only draft picks. There's kids now, so... Geez,
He obviously rates the list. Simple as that.
Yeah, but that's...
Dangerous. It's a bit dangerous. Doesn't mean they're going to repeat what they did last
but
year.
it's just bottom end moving the chairs on the Titanic. It's not big stuff.
Paddy Dow and
Paddy
Zach Fisher.
Dow?
So when Carlton
Hang
had
on.
those injuries, they got him into the finals.
Paddy Dow is
No.
Paddy Dow's not going to be the difference when Carlton
No,
finish in the top four next year.
No.
But when there's injuries, because there's always injuries, right?
Granted,
Those handful of players, Cunningham and Paddy Dow and
Fisher.
Fisher and Kemp, and those guys came in, they'd lost 8 out of 9 games.
Yeah,
they came
that's
in
your depth.
and played fine. Yeah, exactly. So Carlton, their depth is starting to wane.
dissipate.
I know they're getting Zach Williams back, and they're probably hoping. he's
Forgot
gonna-
about
Well,
him.
that's an important.
I forgot about him.
100%,
You
but-
recruit.
but he'd want to play well.
Paddy Dow was in their best 22 at this
He was as
some
depth.
stages last
Depth,
this
yeah.
year. I mean, it's like, well,
You've got to have
it's gone
depth.
by.
I mean, look, yeah. But for him, he's obviously wanting to leave because he hasn't got a senior
Well,
game for
look at his side of it. He's probably thinking, you know what, I want to
Yeah.
play every week. And he'll play every week at St Kilda.
Yep.
more than
Yep.
likely.
And there you have it. And let us know in the comments what player you would like traded to your club. And we'll see you in the next one.